Welcome to Cadaques, the pearl of the Costa Brava. This picturesque village where Salvador Dali used to live has an ancient Jewish community, and I believe to have found the last mezuza, or the sign of the last mezuza. Okay, so we're entering the Jewish community all the way from the port, from the sea, from the center, and we're entering the Jewish community and going up. And the Jewish community, the name for a Jewish community in Catalan is called El Cal. It's the same in Girona, same in Barcelona. And I believe it's most likely to come from the word Hakal, meaning in Hebrew, the community. Now, for those of you who are listening and watching, you might have been wondering from which period there has been Jewish presence in Cadaques. And I heard from Yosef Raola on a video that he explains there that from the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th century, there was already a Jewish community. And of course, the last left before the 1419 too, as with all the Jewish communities. Now, the remarkable thing for the Jewish community, and if you're Jewish, this might make a logic sense, but if you're not Jewish, the Jewish community in Cadaques was really a community in a community. So they had their own calendar, they had their own laws, they had their own rituals, and of course they also had their own synagogue. And the synagogue was situated in the street called de la Font. And if you still go into Cadaques, and unfortunately I haven't checked this out, there are still two pillars standing of the synagogue. So you might be able to see the last remnants of the synagogue. Okay, now if you want to hear something really remarkable, there is apparently a ritual from the Jewish in Cadaques, which isn't being used anymore, but I would not be surprised if there might be still the elderly people, the 80s or the 90s, who still remember the ritual. And the ritual is following. When a chicken is slaughtered, they pull the blood, they pour it on a plate with ashes. And this apparently they inherited from the Jewish community. It's crazy and it's highly speculative, but I believe to have found the last mezuza, or the sign of the last mezuza in Cadaques. And for those who are non-Jewish or don't know what the mezuza is, I'm going to explain. So in the Jewish faith, we say, hear God, God is one, and this is the dominant prayer, the fundamental prayer, the core belief of Judaism, and we affix this to our doorpost in a scroll written on cowskin that Shema Israel, hear Israel, God is one, and then we tell that this entire prayer is affixed on the door. So every time when we enter, at least for the Sephardic ones, and I don't know for the, no, just kidding, but for the Sephardic ones, we touch it and we kiss it, and it's a remembrance, God is one, and this is our fundamental belief in upholding his laws and rituals.